I'm calling Michelle. Michelle was in an Uber yesterday and was informed by the driver of a racket, a scam. And I guess people are doing this. I had no idea this was going on.
Hello?
Hey, sweetie, I'm sorry. Did I wake you up?
You did.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, it is almost 8 o'clock. It's 7:58 at the MJ Morning Show. Oh, let me just remind our listeners that didn't hear it. Tomorrow morning, sometime tomorrow morning, probably between 7 and 9 or something, I'll narrow it down tomorrow. We're giving away tickets to the Lightning for next Wednesday. 100 level seats, Lightning tickets. All right, so Lightning tickets are pretty common, but here's the deal. We're giving away an autographed Stamkos puck because next Wednesday is going to be Steven Stamkos' 1,000th game. So the Lightning have given us an autographed Stamkos puck. So you'll get tickets to the game next Wednesday and the autographed Stamkos puck. We'll do that tomorrow morning on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. All right, so Michelle, I was fascinated by this, and I think the rest of the crew, Roxanne and Fester and Froggy, are going to be like, really? Michelle was in an Uber yesterday, and you found out about some scam, some racket. The Uber driver was hosed by a passenger. Can you explain it to the audience, explain it to the crew exactly what happened?
Well, the Uber driver was explaining to me that he had picked somebody up a little further outside of Tampa, like maybe in Lutz or something. I couldn't remember exactly where it was, but it was a long haul. And halfway through the ride, the passenger canceled the ride so that the Uber app started instructing the driver to, go to his next pickup. And he's like, wait a minute, I'm still on this. Why is this telling me to, go do something? And then he could see that it said ride canceled. And he asked the passenger, like, what just happened? Why, like, you're in the car with me, and it says that the ride's been canceled. And the passenger acted like, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I didn't do anything. Oh, whatever. And he got hosed on his, probably like a $30 or $40 ride.
Stole a ride from an Uber driver by canceling it mid-trip.
I had no idea. I've never seen that.
Shouldn't be able to do that.
I didn't know that you could cancel the ride. How can you cancel the ride if you're in the damn ride?
Yep.
Doesn't the app know you're moving with the driver? Oh, my God. Because the app tracks you when you're in it.
How can the app let you cancel the ride? So Michelle is getting the story from the Uber driver that he was just scammed by someone that canceled the ride, and therefore, did they get billed? Did they get like just that minimal cancellation charge?
Did he drop the guy off, like say, get out now?
That's what I would do.
I would have drove him back to where he was.
Listen, you could be on I-75 and State Road 56 or something and just, hey, out.
Out right now.
Pull off on the shoulder and throw them the hell out of the car.
Wow.
So the guy lost out on the fare. I mean, that is I didn't know that existed.
It's a loophole they got to fix.
You know what? I'd love to let me hear from an Uber driver. If you're an Uber driver, is this accurate? Has this ever happened to you? And I got to be honest, I guess I never looked at the app. Once an Uber picks me up,
I don't open it again.
Or a Lyft picks me up, I don't, at the end of the ride, you get the thing, rate your ride and leave a tip for, for Jerry or whoever the hell it is. So if there's an Uber driver listening, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever been in the process of a ride and someone cancels it in order to rip you off? All right, 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. That's how you get in, and I'd love to hear from an Uber driver right now, or if it's possible with Lyft as well.
Yeah.
800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. And, Michelle, you weren't tempted to try to figure out if you could cancel your ride yesterday?
No, I wasn't going to do that. I was going to give him an extra big tip to make up for his loss.
All right, hold on. Now,
What if this is
$40 tip?
Hold on. What, you covered the lost wages from the Lutz ride?
Well, I felt bad.
What if this is just a racket to get bigger tips out of pretty ladies?
That's what some of the texters are saying.
I mean, he's getting like a $10 tip on his fare, and he's like,
well, then that's on him.
That's quite the racket.
Mm-hmm.
No, I've never heard of that. You'd think that's something
Hang on.
Uber would want to close.
Okay.
Every line is ringing. Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me.
All right, bye.
No, Michelle.
you
You
stay.
have.
No,
Michelle,
I can listen on the radio.
no. I want you to stay on the phone for a minute.
You can't
Hold
go
on.
back to bed now.
Hang on. No, I heard her alarm go off in the background. She was getting up anyway. You know what? I crushed her last 2 minutes of sleep.
Oh.
And that's like the worst thing.
Yesterday and today.
That's the worst. What do you say?
Yesterday and today.
Hang on, let me lock in your line. Let me grab some calls here. Angela is in Orlando. Hey, Angela, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning. So when I was in Mexico about in the fall, I had chosen the wrong address, and my driver told me to cancel my ride and then put in the right address. And I said, won't that affect you? He said, no, don't worry about it. So it can be done to cancel a ride and then either choose a new address or just cancel it altogether, even though you're in the ride currently.
Gotcha. Angela, thank you.
I don't know
Appreciate
if
it.
I trust a Mexican Uber driver.
Let me grab Uber Stan in Tampa. Hey, Uber Stan, welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
What's going on, MJ? It's Uber Sam.
Oh,
not
well,
Stan.
yeah, my screen says Stan.
Okay.
The screen says STAN. Fester, can you confirm that?
I mean, with the speech impediment, I don't see how Andrew could have gotten that wrong, Sam.
All right, so Sam, it's Uber Sam. Hello, Uber Sam. Welcome to the MJ Morning Show.
What's going on, guys? I listen to you guys every morning while I'm driving. I come from Spring Hill to drive in Tampa, and I can only tell you that this happens at least twice a week to me, where riders will cancel on a long trip halfway through the trip.
Oh, my
And
God.
I do exactly, it happens. And it's not a mistake. They do this, to get you to do like a cash fare after they cancel. Or
Right.
sometimes they just do it just to try to be sneaky. But I do what Presto, I think Presto Froggy said it. I either take them right back or I kick them out right then and there.
Wow.
Don't care who it is.
Yeah. Someone said
Don't care who it is.
they
Go
cancel
ahead,
the
Roxanne.
ride. They cancel the ride so you don't notice, and they do it when they're busy driving and don't do it when they're still in traffic.
Wow.
Well, I don't know how they can think that, because the minute it cancels, you get an alert on your phone. I drive with an earpiece, so that way I hear the driving instructions through my phone, through my earpiece. And the minute they cancel, it's a distinctive tone.
Wow. All right. So, what is the racket if they're trying to cancel the app? And you said something about them trying to do a cash fare. Why would they
Right.
want to do that?
Because it's cheaper.
Oh, so they would want to negotiate. Oh, let me just give you $20 instead of maybe 35.
Exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
and you're saying this happens to you twice a week at least?
At least.
All right. So tell me the worst place you've ever kicked somebody out of the car.
Oh, on I-4, I was going taking somebody from Kennedy Boulevard over here in Tampa all the way to the MCO in Orlando. And
MCO is the
Orlando Airport?
Yeah, that's the code for Orlando Airport.
How much is that fare?
that was $87 fare.
That's cheap, actually.
It seems like
Wait
a really
minute.
good deal.
Kennedy Boulevard to Orlando International Airport for $87.
You know, I had a friend take Uber
Yeah.
to Disney one time, and he said it was like
That's what it
$75.
That is, I got to be honest.
That's how much it would cost me in gas to get
I
there.
know.
And then parking at Disney for rent. All right, so Stan, you kicked out. I'm sorry, Sam. You kicked somebody out on I-4.
Yep.
See
Right
ya.
on I-4, pulled over maybe about a few miles before the rest stop there, and left them on the side of the freaking highway.
That's
I'm
correct.
from New York. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. I've only been here 4 years. I don't play these games.
Oh man, you know what? I almost wore my Louie and Ernie's Bronx Pizza T-shirt today.
You should put up a sign
no.
or something that says,
Oh, man, that's-
no canceling mid-trip
All right.
or you'll be shot.
Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it.
It's a little aggressive.
Good
Not a
warning.
problem, guys. Great show.
Thank you for
Thank
listening,
you.
man. I appreciate it. Uber Sam. Hey, Michelle, you still with us?
I am.
You didn't say anything. You can chime in.
No, there you go. That's the racket.
All right. Do you want me to let you go now?
Please.
Okay. All right.
She wanted you to let her go before.
I will untether you. All right,
that
goodbye.
Uber Sam call would have been terrible.
Look at the phones on this.
Good job, Michelle.
Sarah is intent. Look, Michelle, what a great story to tell.
I've never heard that before.
Well, that's why I'm talking about this, because I hadn't heard about this either.
I think we have more Uber drivers
We
and
do.
some Lyft drivers.
We do. And if you're just tuning in, Michelle was in an Uber yesterday, And apparently the driver told Michelle about a racket that people will get in the Uber, a long ride, and then halfway through they'll cancel.
Yeah, but that'll affect your Uber score, right? Because then the driver's going to be so pissed,
yeah.
he's going to give you
Straight
a
up zero, right?
Sarah is in Tampa. Hey, Sarah, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, how are you guys?
We are well. Go ahead, Sarah.
I think that there is I've changed the trip destination before, and I had to go in and cancel it and redo it. So I think they have it for that reason, because the driver wouldn't change the destination for me. But he said I had to go in and cancel it and then redo it, and that might be why they do allow you to cancel it. But I imagine that they could fix that.
Yeah, so there might be legitimate reasons, but again, we're hearing stories about scam artists that are trying to hose and screw over the Uber driver or the Lyft driver. Thank you, Sarah. Let's grab Ray down in Sarasota. Oh, did you see a plane crashed in the Gulf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did this happen this morning? When can you bring up the details on this thing?
I'll pull it up.
Apparently, 2 people perished in a small plane crash in the Gulf off of Sarasota. Let me grab Ray. Ray, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Hey, MJ. It's definitely a scam that's going out there. It does happen. I happen to have that with me last week. As a matter of fact, I had somebody up in St. Petersburg. They had 2 stops along the trip. I did both stops and got within a block of their final destination, and then he ended up canceling the trip on me, and I got screwed on that one, and it was like a $20 ride for me.
Well, listen, how does Uber allow that to happen? Why don't they close that loophole that you can't cancel the trip within a block of your destination?
I wish that they would, but it's really annoying. It does happen out there. And the other thing that really kind of ticks me off is also tip baiting. Because, occasionally we'll see rides that are out there that'll be like, $20, $30 for like going to the airport. That includes the tip. And then, you get there and Uber gives them the option of changing the tip amount so they can take the tip off. And then you end up getting a lot less than what the initial fare was showing.
Oh, wow. And you call it tip baiting.
Yeah, I've heard that with
Tip baiting.
DoorDash people as well, where you promise a tip for them to pick up your groceries to get moved to the front of the line because they can pick which one they want, and then you back out.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
For what do you call that? The Instacart.
Yeah.
Instacart, you put out the big tip, and you get them to get your order quickly because everyone wants that good Instacart deal, and then they change the tip at the end. That's right. Didn't we, when Coop was here, remember Coop was working Instacart a couple days a week?
And we took calls from a bunch of Instacart workers, and they saying the same thing.
Ray, thanks for the call. So that was Ray in Sarasota. I got Ray in Clearwater. Ray, you're on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Hi, Ray.
What's going on?
Hey, all right. So have you been hosed?
Yes, many times.
Man, this is an epidemic. Get Dr. Fauci on the phone. All right, so tell us what happened to you, Ray?
Well, they get in the car, and like anyone else that was talking to you just a moment ago, they'll cancel the ride. And once they cancel the ride, you get a notice right on the phone instantly when it happens. And then, of course, we pull over, and we tell them why they canceled the ride. They complain they didn't cancel the ride. I said, well, I got another ride I got to go to, so what are you going to do? And a lot of the times, they just want to argue. So basically, you get out of the car, and you open the door for them and tell them to get out.
That's right.
Wow, get your ass out of my car.
That could get nasty.
Well, basically, yeah. I mean, I've had a gun pulled on me, too.
Whoa, hold on. You had a passenger in your Uber pull a gun on you? What caused that to happen?
Let's say 6:30 in the morning, the person was inebriated, started this, was very unhappy with the electronics in my car.
What was wrong? What? You had an old VHS player? What was going on in the?
No VHS player. I have a tablet in the back of my car,
right,
so they can play games.
Oh wow!
And he lost his shit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. All right. We get the idea.
He lost it. And he took the tablet off the back of the car, threw it at the front of me.
Wait, he took your tablet and threw it at you?
Yeah, he threw it at me. So I got out of the car, and I ejected him from the car. And before I got to him, he had the gun pulled out on me.
Did you call the police?
Of course I did. We're going to court soon.
Oh, so the cops did arrest. What city did it happen in?
In Clearwater, right there on Bayshore.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Hey, Ray, what's the Uber policy on drivers carrying a weapon?
It's against our religion.
So Uber doesn't want you to do that.
Yeah, you're not allowed to carry any weapons whatsoever.
I'm sorry. Listen, it's your damn car. It's the state of Florida. If you're a lawful Floridian and you want to carry a gun to protect yourself potentially, then go right ahead and do it.
Uber can keep their job at the end of the day.
Yeah,
Especially
exactly.
when your job is to pick up strangers.
Tell you what, San Francisco-based Uber, go ahead and shove it. You know. All right, Ray. Have a great day, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you. I'm on the way to go pick a passenger up now. Hopefully, you don't got a 45.
Yeah, hope they don't pull a gun on you. Thank you,
Good
man.
luck.
Have a good one. Man, the phones have exploded on this. All right, here's May. May's in St. Pete. May's a Lyft driver. Hey, May, do you just drive Lyft, or do you bounce back and forth between Uber and Lyft?
No, I just drive for Lyft.
Gotcha. All right, so what happened to you, May?
Well, it happens a lot, to be honest with you.
So on the Lyft app as well, you can cancel in the middle of a trip while you're in the car?
Yes, you can.
Wow.
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
And I just had it happen to me I actually went to Terra Verde, $1 Million Homes. I just picked up 2 guys to go to the Rays game. And right as soon as I picked them up, about a block away from their house, they canceled on me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I stopped the car immediately, and I told them, I said, here's the deal. And they said, oh, we didn't cancel. I said, well, you're not going far. I said, so it's $40 or get out. They gave me $40 to take them to the Rays game.
There you go. Thank you, May. Appreciate it. A few more. Ed is in Tampa. Hey, Ed, you're on the MJ Morning Show.
Hey, good morning. How are you? I love your show.
Thank you, Ed. All right, are you an Uber driver?
No. But I just kind of interesting story. I was at a restaurant with some friends. We had Ubered there, and we were having cocktails before dinner. I realized I forgot my wallet, so I get an Uber to take me back to my house to get my wallet. I ask if the driver if he can wait and take me back to the restaurant. He says no because he has another fare. Right as we get to my house, he goes, "Okay, I'll wait." So I grabbed my wallet, jumped back in the car, and I said, okay, let me start the next trip. And he goes, oh, don't worry about it. Just pay me cash. I'll take you back right now.
Yeah.
And then, of course, all I got are 20s, and I wind up way overpaying. But that was okay. He was a nice guy. He waited, and I was in a pinch. So I just wanted to throw that in there.
There you go, Ed. Thank you, man. Or you can have the guy stop at Wawa, get a pack of gum so you can break the 20. One more call, and I got to move on. Because we had a theft in the studio. We've got a theft. I've got to discuss something that's and I've got photographic evidence. I'll explain in a minute. Last call on this is Uber Andrew in Brandon. Hello, Uber Andrew. You're on the MJ Morning Show.
Daily listener.
Thank you.
Hey, let me level the playing field with this, and then I got something for Festy real quick. He's a fellow chubby guy.
All right, I'm listening.
So what? I've got almost 4,000 rides. Something's not right here. I've never, ever had that happen. Once the butt is in the seat and the driver swipes green, in other words, let's go on the trip.
Yep.
Yes, you can change the destination, obviously, because things can happen on the way. Hey, my date's here, not there. We can add a stop. You can do all those things. But I don't think you can, and I've never had a rider cancel once I swipe green. So,
and you have 4,000 rides.
Correct. Oh. I think not the driver got scammed. Love Michelle, but I think she got scammed by a sob tip story, which, truth be told, I have done before. People used to ask me, "How you doing today, Andrew? How's things?
Oh man, my dog died. My kid fell off a bridge. My wife got food poisoning. I got fired from my other. Oh, so you just load on to try to sympathy tip.
Exactly. I used to brag. They'd say, "Hey, if you don't mind, how much do you make doing this an hour?" And I'd tell them, and it's substantial, as an hourly rate. And then I realized, what are you doing, dummy? Don't tell them how much you make hourly. Give them a thought. I don't know if I'm going to make my electric bill this week.
Oh, man, you know what? I can't afford my kids' braces.
Exactly. Tips went through the roof, baby.
You see this car? It's about to get repossessed.
Andrew, you had something for Fester. Go ahead.
Yeah, I do. Fester, you're not going to believe this. I like turtles.
I love that
terrible.
guy. This dude, Andrew, he's been calling our show since like the 1990s. Since it's that kid from that old TV news clip where Andrew, dig up "I Like Turtles." Do you have it? Yeah, it's that old clip of that.
We don't need to give Andrew any more time. Thank you for the
Fester. We want to hear it.
Do we?
It's that old. Here we go. All right, crank it up. Go ahead, hit it.
I like turtles.
There you go. That's what he's doing with the I like turtles. So, you know what? I got to call Michelle back. Did Michelle tip the Uber driver more? Did Michelle fall for... Hang on a minute. Let me just put a capper on this.
Put a bow on it.
All right. Got to call Michelle. Did Michelle leave a higher than usual tip in the Uber yesterday because of sympathy?
Should get the same Uber driver again and see if he tells the same story.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hey.
Yes.
Are you listening?
Yes.
Did you give the driver a higher than usual tip?
I did.
Oh, my God. Son of a...
Did you say that earlier?
Yeah, she said she felt bad.
Yeah, I thought I heard you say that earlier.
All right, Michelle, what is your standard tip amount, and what did you tip this guy?
Well, I usually give like $2 or $3. And
oh, my God. How much did you give the Uber driver?
I gave him a $5 tip.
What?
Okay.
How much was the whole fare?
Like $8, maybe.
Oh my God! You know percentage on that?
That's
I
$5.
don't do that percent thing.
A 60% tip.
My God!
But I also give a really high tip when they're listening to the MJ Morning Show.
Oh, that I can see. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. And do you say, do you know who I am?
No.
Do you know who I am?
No.
Yeah. All right, Michelle. We'll.
You say hello, and then they know.
We'll talk to you later, Michelle.
Have we ever met? Your voice sounds really familiar. It's like I've heard you on the phone 1,000 times.
That's happened. Michelle's got that many times over the years.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
All right. I'll talk to you later, sweetie.
Okay. Bye.
Bye,
Bye, sweetie.